Hello everybody, Matt the Rug here again to talk NASCAR 21. This is a video I am making fully out of concern. There's a lot of things really starting to worry me about this game. Now let me preface all this with I believe, incredibly excited to play this game. There's one thing in here that would be a deal breaker to me, and we will get to that in just a little bit, but everything else I'm willing to overlook, and hopefully we will get them in updates throughout the game, or maybe we'll have to go a year without them, which, yes, would suck, but I'm willing to take it temporarily if this game is as good to play as it looks like it should be. I'm talking the physics, graphics, and a lot of the stuff they showed in that last dev diary, which I have not done a breakdown on. If you want me to do one, let me know. I thought I'll skip it, although it is much better than Dev Diary 2. There's a lot of really cool stuff in there. The on-track things that are not racing look really good. The behind-the-scenes part of the game into NASCAR look excellent. So there's a lot of things that really excite me about this game. But there's some tweets recently and just some things that are missing. A lot of people have begun to point out, where the heck are custom setups? Why don't we have a track map? They haven't announced wheel support. That's the big thing. That's the deal breaker for me. Let's go through a couple tweets that I have saved here that I want to go through. So the first tweet here, Devin West Racing tweets at Rusty Walrus, the community manager for Motorsports Games. He says he enjoyed the dev diary. He has a question. Will there be custom setups? Can we customize the cars to the extent of NASCAR 14 and Forza 7? That is yet to be seen, although I've got a lot of faith in the paint scheme creator for this game from what we've seen and just the way they sound. It sounds like something that they put a lot of time in. We'll see. He does ignore it as well, though. Did any NASCAR drivers try the game? Honestly, lighthearted, not to be mean to the guy who tweeted this, but they repeatedly said that NASCAR drivers had played the game during the dev diary, so it's almost like it just went right over his head. And then he asks, will there be no practice or qualifying in the game? All perfectly valid questions, right? The only one he answers is the one we already knew the answer to because Ryan Blaney talked about his experience playing the game in the dev diary. He says a few drivers played it at Daytona. Ignores all the things that are critical questions being asked about this game. I want to move on here. Disco Inferno tweets, easily the best dev diary. True. Great footage. Talks about how the cuts are too quick. They are. It's a headache. I try to make the dives into the first two deep dive diaries for you and all the gameplay, and it's like, why can't they just keep a camera shot for more than half a second? It's ridiculous. Anyway, moving on. He's concerned about the things most people are. Custom lobbies and private setups. Rusty's response, thank you for watching and for your continued feedback in our videos. We'll dive more into gameplay and multiplayer experience details at a later date. The team shares your passion, and everyone's excited. This game comes out in a month. A month and 5 days. And you're telling me they can't confirm whether or not there's going to be practice and qualifying? If you're going to have private lobbies and multiplayer? And whether or not there's custom setups in the game? Again, we're a month away from release. These are basic features that should be in any game, especially a racing game. But honestly, any game, you should be able to customize the experience, which is what customizing the setup is. You should be able to have private lobbies online. This is stuff that we've had since the dawn of Xbox Live and online gaming. It is crazy to me that private lobbies can't be confirmed or denied. If you don't have them, if they're not going to be there at launch, okay, give us a timetable. When can you get them into the game? Also, I know people keep saying private lobbies. It's going to be a problem if we don't have a lobby browser as well. Because if there's just private lobbies and then there's just the online multiplayer and you can't have people join in to games that have cautions and the majority of the online play is just like a 3% hopper that you just go into and it just picks a track and you go, nobody's going to drive the cars, right? Everybody's going to be a wreck. It's going to be a mess. We all know it. I'm just very worried about the playlist. The playlists are a good idea to jump right into a game, but I think we need private lobbies and a lobby browser where I can create a lobby with my settings that I want and then allow people to join in and kick them like we do in NASCAR Heat now. Now, there needs to be more anti-griefing features, not less. The playlist is going to have even less because there would be no one as the host. I have no idea how they would take care of griefers in that system. And like I said before, when I race online, I don't always want it to be a 5% race with no cautions. Sometimes I want it to be a long race with caution. Sometimes I do want it to be a quick race. So the way the playlists have been described, that's not what it sounds like at all is happening. It sounds like there's two playlists with two different kinds of tracks. And I'm really worried about it. Private lobbies would help, but we also need lobby browsers. And I am 100% fine with the playlists. Anyway, just ridiculous to me that these are discussions we're having a month away from the release of this game. The last tweet here. Justin Dilber. Things like wheel support, still not answered. Still no gameplay prevents me from buying the game just yet. Now, there has been plenty of gameplay, which is what Rusty says back. We'll share more gameplay, and we'll discuss wheel compatibility at a later date. Again, we're 1 month away. You can't confirm wheel compatibility? Now, I'm no expert, but a basic thing in a racing game like wheel compatibility seems like something you can say when you announce the game. Somebody's like, hey, we're making a racing game, you guys are gonna have wheels, right? Yes. Why wouldn't we? It would be ridiculous. It would be absurd. We would be doing a disservice to gaming itself. We would be the absolute joke, the laughingstock of racing video games if we didn't put wheel support in. Why would you even have to ask me, are we going to put wheel support in? Of course we are. That would be the logical response to this question. This makes it sound like there might not be, and that they're just hoping you pre-order and don't think about it, and then they're like, haha, got you, no wheels. Maybe we'll get them in by, next season. Thanks. I honestly, this will prevent me from buying the game. I want to play this game. I want this game to be so good. I will not buy this game, and I hope everybody out there who has a wheel, or even if you don't, I swear to you, if they do not have wheel support in this game, cancel your pre-orders and do not buy the game. It is absurd, and it's a slap in the face, and if they can't find a way to get wheels into the game currently, they need to delay the game. That's all I'm saying. I don't care what the contract says with NASCAR. They need to go there and say, we will get absolutely flamed up if we don't have wheel support. We need to delay it until we can get it in. And I don't know how long that takes. I'm not saying it's an easy thing for them to do, but you're making a racing game, and you're releasing it. And the Heat games have had it. NASCAR Thunder 2004 had wheel support. This is an absurd tweet. I didn't even think about this. This was something that never even came over my head. It was never a thought in my mind that there wouldn't be wheel support for this game. And now it's a genuine concern because he just says, stay tuned. What the do you mean stay tuned? We're not asking for like, hey, Rusty, you got any like cool new features like that has never been in a racing game before that you can confirm for us? Like, you're going to have, or even like, let's say like he asked, like, are you going to have fantasy tracks? I could see then being like, oh, stay tuned. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We're talking wheel support. Yes, we have wheel support. Yes. Of course we have wheel support. I don't know what they would be holding out for and be like, oh, we got to hold the wheel support announcement back because it's a big deal. Like, the wheels are going to blow you while you drive the car. Like, I don't know what could they possibly be adding to wheel support that they can't just give us a yes. That's what concerns me. And if they don't have it, don't buy the game. I'm not buying the game if they don't have it. This is the one thing I'm putting my foot down, and I hope you do too. Again, very excited to play the game. If wheel support's in there, I'm honestly willing to overlook the other stuff. It'll hurt, but I'll do it. But I swear, if there's no wheel support, we're going to have a big problem. And everybody should be with me on that. I know this video was a little bit more combative than my last ones have been. But this has been something I've just been on Twitter, and I've been thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I got to get on there and talk. I got to get my opinion out there. Maybe some people will watch. Maybe they'll listen. Maybe we'll get some views, and we can get this feedback to them. Because I swear to God, if there's no wheel support, they need to delay the game. That's it. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for watching.